Hello students, now we'll start the problems on labor. Already previous video I have explained you in detail regarding the labor cost, what are the different wage payment system and what are the different incentive plans, labor cost, idle time, overtime, all these things I have explained you in detail in the previous video. If you have not watched that video, it will be difficult for you to understand the problems. So my suggestion to the viewers who are very serious in getting the knowledge, go to the previous video, watch the entire video on labor theory. Then we'll start the problem. That will be very much helpful to you in understanding the concept, in getting the knowledge on this topic of labor. So before starting the problems, I expect my viewers to have a hard copy of the problems which I have provided in the link under my description. So go to the description, you'll find the link there, get a hard copy and keep it ready before watching the video. Come on, now we'll start the problems on labor. See the first problem, I'm reading out the first problem. Using the following data, discuss and illustrate the Halsey and Rowan premium bonus system. So this Halsey and Rowan are the two incentive premium bonus schemes. So both Halsey and Rowan have given the formula to calculate the total earnings, which includes the actual wages for the time worked plus bonus. Then bringing out their merits and demerits. So already we have discussed the advantage and disadvantage of all this. Time allowed 48 hours. Time allowed is called the standard time. Standard time allowed is 48 hours. Time taken is 40 hours. Actually, incentive will be given only when the worker has finished the job before standard time. The worker will get the bonus only if he finishes the time before the standard time. The standard time allowed 48 hours, but the worker has taken only 40 hours. 8 hours he has saved. And rate per hour is 1 rupee. The rate is 1 rupee per hour. So here you can see the solution. Problems on labor, short problems first. S is equal to time allowed, standard time. S stands for standard time. So time allowed is 48 hours. T is equal to time taken. Time taken is 40 hours. And R is nothing but the rate per hour, rupee 1 per hour. So we need STR, standard rate, actual time, standard time, actual time and rate per hour. Now Halsey premium plan. Already in the last video I have explained you explained you about the formula of Halsey. The formula of Halsey is total earning is equal to T into R. These are the normal wages for time worked. Normal wages for time worked, T into R, plus 50% of S minus T into R. The wages will be paid, the incentive will be paid 50% of time saved. 50% of time saved. So T into R, T is 40. T stands for actual time taken, 40 hours. And rate is 1 rupee. So in place of R, 1 rupee. Plus 50% of S minus T. S is 48. So 48 minus 40 into R. R is 1. So 40 into 1, 40 rupees plus 50% of 48 minus 10 is 8. 8 into 1, 8. So 50% of 8 comes to 4. So 40 plus 4, 44 rupees. Total earning of the worker under Halsey premium bonus scheme is 44 rupees. Now Rowan premium bonus. The total earning of Rowan formula is T into R. These are the actual wages for time taken plus bonus. The bonus formula is S minus T by S into T into R. So we'll substitute the values 40 into 1 T into R. S standard time 48 hours. Actual time taken 40 hours. Standard time 48. Actual time taken 40. Rate 1 rupee. So 40 into 1, 40 rupees. 48 minus 40 is 8. Divided by 48. 40 into 1, 40. So 40 plus 40 into 8 is 320. Divide by 48. It comes to 6.67. So 46.67 is the total earnings according to Rowan plan. This is the end of the first problem. See the second problem. Mr. X works in a factory where the following apply. See carefully. Normal rate per hour. Normal rate per hour. So rate per hour is given 1 rupee 50 paisa. Normal piece rate 20% above time rate. 20% more than time rate. The piece rate will be paid according to 20% more than time rate. The time rate is 1 rupee 50 paisa per hour. तो 1 rupee 50 पैसा में 20% ऐड कर दिए तो पीस रेट आएगा. Then expected output 20 units per hour. In 1 hour 20 units is the standard output. Mr. X produces 157 units in 8-hour day. A day consists of 8 hours. And Mr. X has produced 157 units during the whole day of 8 hours. This is the actual output. Standard output, it is given per hour 20 units. Per hour 20 units. And you are required to calculate the wages on time basis and piece basis. So ultimately the question is, you have to find out the total wages of Mr. X on time basis as well as piece basis. Now see here, normal rate. It is given in the problem, normal rate is 1 rupee 50 paisa per hour. एक घंटे को 1 rupee 50 पैसा. तो जितने घंटे भी काम करेगा उसको 1.5 से मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे. Here how many hours he has worked on a day? 8 hours. So we multiply 8 into 1 rupee 50 paisa. We'll get the wages according to time basis. Now piece rate is 20% more than time rate. It is given in the problem. When payment is made on piece rate basis, the rate will be 20% more than time rate. And expected output is 20 units per hour. The standard output allowed by the employer is 20 units per hour. Actual output he has produced 157 units. Now calculation of wages for the day. Now we are going to find out the total wages for the day for this worker on two different bases. First one on time basis. On time basis, total earnings is equal to time taken into normal rate per hour. Normal rate per hour. How much time he has taken? 8 hours. What is the normal rate per hour? 1 rupee 50 paisa. So 8 into 1.5, 12 rupees is the total wages on time basis. Now we can calculate on piece basis. Pieces. Now piece rate is not directly given in the problem. It is given that piece rate is fixed 20% more than time rate. So what is the time rate here? 1 rupee 50 paisa. To 1 rupee 50 paisa we add 20%. So 20% of 1.50, you will get 0.3. So 1.5 plus 0.3, you will get 1.8. 1 rupee 80 paisa per hour. एक घंटे में 1 rupee 80 पैसा हो रहा पीस रेट एक घंटे में. But we don't require time rate, we want piece rate. So 1 hour he will be paid 1 rupee 80 paisa. In 1 hour how many units you are expected? Worker is expected to produce 20 units. In 1 hour the expected output is 20 units. तो 20 यूनिट बनाना है और 20 यूनिट का वेजेस 1 rupee 80 पैसा मिलेगा. तो व्हाट इज द पीस रेट? एक यूनिट को कितना पड़ेगा? तो 20 यूनिट बनाएंगे तो 1 rupee 20 पैसा मिलेगा. तो एक यूनिट को कितना मिलेगा? तो 1 rupee 80 पैसा डिवाइडेड बाय 20, you will get 0.09. 0.09 is the piece rate. Rate per unit. Rate per unit is 0.09. So total earnings are actual output into piece rate. Actual output he has produced 157 units and piece rate is 0.09. So 14.13 is the total wages according to piece rate. Now the next third question. Question number 3. A worker completes a job in certain number of hours. We don't know how many certain number of hours. That's what we have to calculate. A worker has completed the job in certain number of hours. We don't know how many certain number of. So T, actual time taken, not given in the problem, is equal to how much? Then the standard time allowed for the job is 12 hours. Standard time allowed for the job is 12 hours. And S is equal to 12 hours. So you can write like this. T is equal to actual time taken, question mark. We don't know. We have to find out actual time taken. S is equal to standard time allowed, 12 hours given in the problem. Then, and the hourly rate of wages. Hourly rate of wages is 6 rupees. And per hour 6 rupees. R is equal to rate per hour 6 rupees. Now, what else is given? The worker earns at 50% rate bonus of rupees 12 under Halsey plan. The worker is paid bonus under Halsey plan 50%, 12 rupees. So 12 rupees is the bonus, which is paid 50% according to Halsey plan. The bonus under Halsey plan 50% of S minus. First of all, bonus under Halsey plan given in the problem is 12. Problem में दे दिया है कि bonus under Halsey plan 12 rupees. So what is the formula for bonus under Halsey plan? Under Halsey plan, the bonus is 50% of S minus T into R. Previous theory video I have explained that this T into R is the normal wages and 50% of S minus T into R, this is the bonus. This part is the bonus. 50% of S minus T into R. So I am applying that formula. Bonus under Halsey plan is 50% of S minus T into R. Bonus under Halsey plan is given in the problem 12. In the problem it is given bonus 12 is equal to 50% of 12 minus T. 12 is the standard time. 12 is the standard time minus T. T means actual time taken, not given, we have to find out. And R, rate per hour is 6 rupees. Now simply we elaborate, we simplify to find out the T. So in the whole equation, the unknown variable is T, actual time taken. Bring this 0.5 to LHS. It is on RHS. So bring 0.5 to LHS, it will be 12 divided by 0.5 because there is multiplication. Between this 0.5 and bracket, there is multiplication. If you take it to the LHS, it will be division. So 12 divided by 0.5 is equal to 12 minus T into 6. So 12 divided by 0.5, you get 24. Is equal to 6 into 12, 72. 6 into T, 60. So 24 is equal to 72 minus 60. Bring 60 to LHS. It is on RHS. Now minus 60 will become plus 60. So 72, this plus 24 will become minus 24. 24 जो LHS में है उसको RHS में लेकर चले गए minus 24. ये RHS पे है minus 60, इसको LHS पर ला लिए तो plus 60. तो 60 is equal to 72 minus 24. तो 60 is equal to 48. T is equal to 48 by 6, 8. So we got T is equal to 8. What is T? Actual time taken. T is the actual time taken, 8 hours. So wages under Rowan plan. Now ultimately it is asking you to find out what are the wages under Rowan plan. So Rowan plan, the formula is T into R plus S minus T by S into T into R. T into R ये normal wages है, S minus T by S into T into R ये bonus. Now we have all the values, substitute कर दो. T actual time taken is 8 hours. Just now we have calculated 8 hours. T is 8 hours. R, rate per hour 6 rupees. It is given in the problem, rate per hour. Plus S minus T, standard time is 12 hours. Rate is, actual time taken is 8 hours. Standard time 12. Actual time taken 8 hours, rate is 6 rupees. Now 8 6 are 48 plus 12 minus 8 is 4 by 12. 8 6 are 48. So 48 plus 48 into 4 is 192 divided by 12. 192 by 12, 16. So 48 plus 16, you will get 64. So 64 rupees are the total wages according to Rowan plan. That's all. This is the end of problem number 3. Now we'll start the next problem, problem number 4. See the fourth problem carefully. A worker under the Halsey method of remuneration has a day rate of rupees 12 per week of 48 hours. Week consists of 48 hours and in 48 hours he is getting the wages of 12 rupees. So per hour we can calculate 12 rupees divided by 48 hours. We'll get the wage rate per hour. Plus a cost of living bonus of 10 paisa per hour worked. So apart from that, he is given cost of living bonus at 10 paise for every hour worked, actually worked. He is given 8 hours task to perform, which he accomplishes in 6 hours. The employer has given a job. The standard time of the job is 8 hours, but the worker actually has completed the job in 6 hours. He is allowed 30% of time saved as premium bonus. He is allowed a bonus which is equal to 30% of time saved. Actually in Halsey premium bonus 50% will be allowed, but in this problem specifically it is given 30% of time saved as premium bonus. What would be his total and hourly rate of earnings? So we are required to calculate what is the total earning of the worker and what is the hourly rate of earnings. Very easy problem, simple problem. Now see here, S is equal to standard time. The employer has given a standard time of 8 hours. T is equal to actual time taken. He has finished the job in 6 hours. And the rate per hour, R is equal to rate per hour. So here he's got 12 rupees wages for 48 hours. The day rate is 12 rupees for 48 hours. So 12 rupees divided by 48 hours per hour 0.25. So we got STR. He is allowed 30% of time saved as premium bonus. So the total earning is how much and hourly rate of earning is how much. These are the requirement we have to find out. Total wages is equal to T into R plus 30% of S minus T into R. First of all, we calculate the total wages. This T into R means the wages for actual time worked. He has worked for 6 hours and per hour his wage rate is 25 paisa. 25 paisa. So 6 into 0.25 you will get 1 rupee 50 paisa. This is the actual wages for time worked. Plus bonus is allowed at the rate of 30% of time saved. Time saved का मतलब standard time minus actual time. The standard time allowed is 8 hours. Actual time taken is 6 hours. So how much time he has saved? 8 minus 6, 2 hours he has saved. So S 30% of S minus T into R rate per hour. So 30% of 8 minus 6 is 2. 2 into 0.25. So 6 into 0.25, 1.5 plus 30% of 8 minus 6 is 2. 2 into 0.25. 2 into 0.25 is 0.5. Is it 0.5? Check it again. 8 minus 6, 2. 2 into 0.25 is 0.5, right? 0.5. So 30% of 0.5 you will get 0.15. So 1 rupee 50 paisa normal wages plus 0.15 is the bonus. So total wages will be 1.65. Now it is asking you what is the total earnings. Earnings means wages plus incentives. Some bonus, some living bonus will be allowed. So total wages is equal to 1.65 plus cost of living bonus is given in the problem 10 paisa per actual time worked. 10 paisa per actual time worked. So actually how many hours he has worked? 6 hours. So 6 into 0.1. 0.1 is given. 10 paisa is the cost of living bonus. So 6 into 0.1, 0.60. So add up 1.65 plus 0.60, 2.25 is the total earnings. Total earnings of the worker. So first question we got total earnings 2.25. Secondly, hourly rate of earnings. एक घंटे को कितना पड़ेगा? तो total earnings he got 2 rupee 25 paisa. For how many hours worked? Actually he has worked for 6 hours. So 2 rupee 25 paisa divided by 6, 0.375 is the hourly rate of earnings. This is the end of problem number 4. Now see the problem number 5. With the help of the following information, you are required to ascertain the wages paid to worker X and Y under Taylor's system. In this problem, we are required to find out the total wages under Taylor's piece rate system. Now, standard time allowed 10 units per hour. Normal rate is 1 rupee per hour. Actually, here time rate is given. But for applying Taylor's method, we don't require time rate. We need piece rate. We need the piece rate. So, 1 घंटे में in 1 hour, employer has given a target of 10 units. In 1 hour, employer has given a target of 10 units. And for 10 units, for 1 hour, the time rate is 1 rupee. तो 1 घंटे में 10 यूनिट बनाना है और 1 घंटे में 1 रुपये वेजेस है. तो हाउ मच इज द पीस रेट? 1 रुपी डिवाइडेड बाय 10 यूनिट्स. यानी 1 घंटा वर्कर काम करेगा तो 1 रुपया मिलेगा उसको, और 1 घंटे में कितने यूनिट्स उसको बनाना है? ही हैज टू मेक 10 यूनिट्स. तो 10 यूनिट बनाए तो 1 रुपया मिल रहा. तो 1 यूनिट का कितना होगा? 1 रुपी डिवाइडेड बाय 10 यूनिट्स. 1 रुपी डिवाइड बाय 10 यूनिट्स. So wages under Taylor system, standard time allowed is 10 units per hour. Normal wage rate is 1 rupee per hour. The piece rate 1 rupee divided by 10 units is 10 paisa. 10 paisa is the piece rate. Now differential rates. So differential rates are given in the problem. Differential rates to be applied: 75 paisa of piece rate when below standard, 125% of piece rate when at or above standard. अगर कोई वर्कर अगर कोई वर्कर स्टैंडर्ड यूनिट से कम बनाएगा तो उसको 75% ऑफ पीस रेट पे करेंगे। अगर कोई स्टैंडर्ड या स्टैंडर्ड से ज्यादा यूनिट्स बनाएगा तो उसको 125% ऑफ पीस रेट विल बी गिवन। द वर्कर्स आर प्रोड्यूस्ड इन अ डे ऑफ 8 आवर्स एज फॉलोज, x 60 यूनिट्स, y 100 यूनिट्स। तो एक दिन में 8 घंटे में वर्कर x has produced, two workers are there, x and y. X worker has produced 60 units and Y worker has produced 100 units. We have to find out what are the total wages of X and Y. Now see here, differential rates, 75% of piece rate when below standard and 125% of piece rate when at or above standard given in the problem. Now the standard output for the day, एक दिन में कितने यूनिट्स बनाना है स्टैंडर्ड के हिसाब से, तो डे कंसिस्ट ऑफ 8 आवर्स और एक घंटे में कितने यूनिट्स बनाना है स्टैंडर्ड, हियर इट इज गिवन 10 यूनिट्स पर आवर, 10 यूनिट्स, तो 8 आवर्स के कितने हो गए 80 यूनिट्स, तो एक दिन में 80 यूनिट बनाना है अकॉर्डिंग टू स्टैंडर्ड गिवन बाय द मैनेजमेंट एम्प्लॉयर। नाउ वर्कर एक्स, मिस्टर एक्स, एक्चुअल आउटपुट इज 60 यूनिट्स, एक्चुअल आउटपुट गिवन इन द प्रॉब्लम बाय मिस्टर एक्स इज 60 यूनिट्स, बनाना कितने हैं यहां पर 80 यूनिट्स। दैट मींस मिस्टर एक्स हैज प्रोड्यूस्ड बिलो स्टैंडर्ड। Actually, he has to produce 80 units, but he is a slow worker. He has made only 60 units. So he will be paid 75% of normal piece rate. So it is below standard, so 75% of normal piece rate will apply. 75% of what is a piece rate? Here I have calculated 0.10. Piece rate is 0.10. So 75% of 0.10, 0.075. So total wages will be 60 units into 0.075, 4 rupees 50 paisa. So total wages of worker X is 4 rupee 50 paisa at 75% of 0.10. 75% of 0.10, 0.075. So total wages 4.5. Now Mr. Y, actual output is 100 units. 100 units means more than standard. Actually standard 80 units है, but he has produced 100 units. More than standard, so 125% of normal piece rate will apply. 125% of normal piece rate will apply. So 125% of 10 paisa, 125% of 0.10 is 0.125. So wage rate will be 0.125. So total wages will be 100 units into 0.125. 12 rupees 50 paisa are the wages of Mr. Y. That's all. Now see the next problem, 6th one. From the following particulars, calculate the earnings of two workers A and B. We have to find out the total earnings of A and B who are paid wages under Merrick differential system. Previous problem Taylor, now we have Merrick. Merrick system is an improvement over Taylor system. Taylor has specified two rates, a lower rate and a higher rate. 75%, 125%, दो rates specify किया, but Merrick has specified 3 rates. Then normal rate is up to 85% of high task output, 5 rupees per unit. ये normal piece rate. High task rate is 40 units per week. यानी standard rate is 40 units per week. यानी 1 week में 40 units बनाना है, ये standard है. Actual output of the workers for the week are A 32 units, B 42 units. तो ये actual output दे दिया. First of all, we write the rates given by Merrick. तो differentials according to Merrick. Percentage of actual output over standard rate. So Merrick has specified 3 rates. First, up to 83% of standard. कोई भी वर्कर up to 83% of standard बनाएगा तो उसको normal piece rate पे करेंगे. अगर कोई वर्कर 83% से ज्यादा up to 100% बनाएगा तो 110% of normal piece rate. If a worker produced more than 100% of standard, he will be paid 120% of normal piece rate. These are the 3 piece rates specified by Merrick. अब चेक करेंगे. Normal piece rate is 5 rupees per unit given in the problem. Now Mr. A, the standard output is 40 units given in the problem. Per week 40 units has to be produced, but Mr. A has produced actual output 32 units. बनाना है 40 units, मगर A बनाया 32 units. तो what is the percentage of actual output over standard? Actual output 32, standard output 40. 32 by 40 into 100, 80%. Mr. A produced only 80% of standard output. That means below 83%. 83% से कम है, तो he will be paid wages according to normal piece rate. What is the normal piece rate? 5 rupees. So he will be paid wages at 5 rupees. So 32 units into 5 rupees, 160 rupees is the wages of Mr. A. Now Mr. B, actual output is 42 units. Mr. B has produced 42 units. Percentage of actual output over standard, 42 divided by 40. Actual output 42, standard output 40. So 42 by 40 into 100, 105%. Mr. B is an efficient worker. He has produced more number of units. So 105% he has produced. It is over 100. When it is over 100, 120% normal piece rate will apply. 120% of normal piece rate will apply. So 120% of 5 rupees comes to 6 rupees. Normal piece rate 5 rupees. So 120% of 5 rupees is 6 rupees. So per piece 6 rupees will be applied. How many pieces he has produced? 42 units. So 42 into 6, 252 is the total wages of Mr. B. So far we have completed 6 short problems on labor. Hope you understood my lecture. If you are satisfied, give a like to the video and share this video in your group, in your friends, so that more students can be able to get the benefit. And also don't forget to subscribe if you have not subscribed yet. See you again in the next video for the next problem.